Hello and good evening one and all to what is round 3 of the oNiD Sprint Cup Championship here on ACC. We're at Valencia, guys. Oh boy, what a track, what a car combination as well. Porsches, Lamborghinis going around one of the newest tracks in the Saturday Course Competitor Zone A, and to guide you through all the madness is myself, Aidan Howard, bringing you live action from tonight's round. Alongside me of this wonderful Tuesday evening is the wonderful Ben Dorama himself, Ben Meyer. Good evening.
Good evening. It's good to be here. We do like Valencia. I think I was trying to guide people around as the blind leading the blind, but it's tight, it's twisty, and these cars are definitely going to be a handful through these corners.
Absolutely. Fast cars, a little bit less downforce than the GT3s. We are in qualifying as it stands, with about 7.5 minutes left at the minute. No time set so far. Just waiting for people to start their flying laps and finish their first flying laps of the evening. One qualifying session here for a 20-minute race, and then we get to do it all over again. Another 10-minute qualifying for a second 20-minute race this evening, and that is all the action you're going to get for this week. But don't be fooled by the short size of the session. It is going to be jam-packed full of action.
Yep, lots of cars. Short track always equals good fun. Yeah. Most recent thing we've done around here, I think, was an endurance race. So a short sprint race is going to be a very different challenge for these drivers.
Yes, indeed. 25 of these guys here tonight.
And once again, we're seeing the two classes mixing up the times. So everyone is on track at the moment.
Everyone is
apart from one person in the pits, apparently, but the Lambos and the Porsches are definitely all mixed up together in there.
Absolutely. As we just wait for times to be set, Cove is currently fastest with a 1 minute 33.9. First driver into the 133s. And I'll stand corrected. Kingston and Autogren have just set faster times. 133.7 from Kingston in the Porsche now, and the quickest car instead of a Lambo, with Autogren very closely behind.
Yeah, I should stop looking at the repeater screen. I was looking at the wrong one there. Yeah, we don't have quite the delay on the Twitch repeat that we had at YouTube, but it's definitely a couple of seconds before. I was wondering how you'd known their laps had come through so quickly.
I've got a crystal ball in front of me. That's what it is. I can see the future, Ben. I can see the future by exactly about the same time as the delay on Twitch. Huzzah! Who knew?
Yeah, I can see the future, and it's going to be an interesting one into turn 1.
Yeah, it will be.
Two different cars, two very different sets of performance as well is the key thing we've noticed so far this season. So I think the Porsche has no ABS or traction control, am I right? Or is it?
So the Porsche has no ABS, no traction, where the Lambo does. But the Porsche generally is the quicker car, with performance.
So it's definitely going to be interesting to see where it makes its move around here, because it is a very tight circuit to manoeuvre these big. They're GT3 bodies, so they're no smaller than the normal cars that we see people drive on ACC.
Yeah. Oh no.
So it's definitely going to be a challenge to find space through these tight twisting sections.
It is indeed, but these guys will figure it out, nonetheless. Might have the same car underneath them, and they'll maybe just a little bit less wingage than the big brothers in the GT3 class. But definitely provide very good close racing. Just over 4 minutes to go. Timotech of Pulse Simsport, of course, he's on pole at the minute as he rejoins the track. And Daniel Hearn, though, getting there, setting a faster lap.
Very nice.
Indeed. Very wide.
Using a lot. He's changed the name of his team again.
As it is sleeping
Daniel
the
Hurd.
racing team. Oh no.
Yeah, I think it was the backsack and crack. He just wants us to read that team name out, doesn't he?
He does, that's all it is, that's all he wants. It's just Daniel being Daniel. Or I say Daniel is currently on pole.
Yeah.
Another Pulse Sim Sport driver, the second one in here, Miles Dixon, currently in third, setting a potential purple time, but Daniel Hearn is responding and is going slightly quicker than his best, so that's null and voiding Miles Dixon. These guys will be trading right until the end of qualifying, I reckon.
Yeah, the Pulse boys in 2 and 3 at the moment. They definitely want to be moving up the ladder and give themselves the best chance to get away at the start.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Daniel currently going for the fast right-hander, takes as much curb as you dare.
Daniel currently second in the standings for the Porsche Cup class. Miles Dixon in third. Kingston in fourth. So it looks like, unless he's off at the bottom and hasn't appeared on my timing yet, is Aidan Carter in tonight?
I can't see him.
Because if he isn't, then it's time for these three. You're going to be looking at those. That's a bit snappy from Daniel there, isn't it?
It is, and as you say that, Dixon now on pole by 0.045 of a second.
Oof. That's all I have to say on that one. I can't even respond with words to that. Just a noise.
Just a noise. Oof. Silvano, good evening. Welcome to stream ACC tonight instead of AC, and hope you enjoy. Welcome back to stream.
With Aidan not appearing tonight, your namesake obviously, so that one confuses me. Anyway, with Aidan Carter not appearing in tonight, these three have a very good chance to close up the gap. He's got a 35-point gap over Daniel Hearn at the moment in the standings, 38 over Miles Dixon. So that's doable. They can close that gap down tonight.
They can indeed, and they'll definitely try to, and we'll see if they can keep it on track and keep it out of the wall and keep it out of each other. Miles Dixon now currently on pole, but is flying half a second up on his best time. He may be on pole, but he definitely wants to try and solidify that, using up all the curb that he can without invalidating.
He does like a hot lap, does Miles.
132.8.
Oh, yeah, that peels over the side and goes, right, you want some?
Come get it.
There you go. But I think Daniel Hearn is leaving it for now. He's settling for second place.
Indeed. Stephen Bain, though, up into the top 10. P10 exactly there for Stephen Bain in that... what is that livery?
I'm not sure. It looks deep fried.
It's deep fried, and his team name is
it's a deep fried Porsche.
It's a deep fried Porsche, and his team name is a Scottish delicacy.
Describing both his livery and, in fact, Stephen himself.
Oh dear, shudder. Anyway, well, as we said,
He's going to listen back to this at some point and wonder what the hell I'm going on about.
Absolutely. Silvano, very good news. Get involved, come and say hi, and hope to see you out there soon. But meantime, checkered flag is out. Only a few drivers left on track setting laps. Ticehurst, Bain, Ferris, Candia. That's a new name in 17th.
It's only a 10th Stevie needs to find, and it'll put him up a good couple of places.
He's definitely not finding it.
Oh, but that's a very big slide from him right there. He's not finding anything.
No, absolutely not. So he'll finish his lap. Car ahead of him though, Ray Cove, might improve depending on how well his final sector goes. Through into the final sector, he just starts, but sadly has lost a bit more time as we jumped to him. Bain doesn't improve. That'll be a 10th position start. Just waiting on Cove to finish his lap, and then we'll get underway with the first 20-minute race.
very good performance from Cove. He's down at 11th in the Lamborghini standings tonight, and he's clear away and ahead at the top of the field for them.
That's pole for the Lambos. He comes across the line, and that is that.
Yeah, he's ahead of Dave Wood, who's leading the Lambos Championship. He's a long way ahead of Ben Holmes, who's second in those standings. That's a very good performance from Co.
Yeah, big, good, very good performance. Right, shall we do a quick rundown of the...
let's
do it, shall we? Your starting grid for the first 20-minute race tonight of the two races we have here for round 3 of the Cup Sprint race. Miles Dixon on pole, followed by Daniel Hearn in second, Kingston in third, and the second of the Pulse Sim Sport drivers in fourth, Yank Timitat. Scott Ticehurst fifth, Alexander Ortegren in sixth, Rayco, very impressive performance from Ray, 7th place, pole position for the Lambo in class, and Tomlinson following him in the Porsche in 8th. Right behind Cove is 2nd place Lambo Dave Wood, then Stephen Bain in that questionable liveried Porsche. 3rd place, but 11th overall in the Lambos, Ben Holmes, Chris Ferris in 12th, Harris 13th, Paul Prescott 14th, Matt Smith 15th, Martin Busek in 16th. Corrado di Candia, a couple of Porsches out of position here, 17th and 18th for Corrado and Marek Cheetle. Otso Harkonnen 19th with Josh Redhead in 20th. Riccardo Mortani 21st, Alessandro Ferrantino 22nd, Sven Fischer 23rd, Matthew Reynolds 24th, and bringing up the rear in a very out of place Porsche, 23rd, 24th and 25th, all out of place. There's the Porsches, as that is your rundown for the first race of tonight.
Yeah, but I will say for those Porsches that are at the back, it's not necessarily a reflection of driving skill. These are very difficult cars to drive.
No, absolutely.
They are very, very snappy, as we saw from Daniel at the tail end of practice.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And we are going to get away with a very short formation lap for this race, as everyone will try and remain in position without ghosting into each other.
Yeah, I'm not sure how successful that's going to be.
No, exactly. We'll see if anyone does get a starting penalty for finishing out of position. But they all kind of figure it out on the start-finish straight. It's two abreast as we now wait for the lights to go out. And then we'll start racing here at Valencia for 20 minutes. First race of round 3, and we are away. Green flag. Pulse Sim Sport driver Miles Dixon gets ahead well. Daniel Hearn tucks up the inside. Thinks they're going up the inside. There's a massive incident in the back. That's Busek having... that's not Busek. That's Sven Fischer, should I say, having contact with Candina potentially, and Matt Smith all falling amok to that incident. P1 and P2 are fighting. Daniel Hearn out on the curves, getting very squirrely. Kingston now challenging up the inside for 3rd. I think Daniel for now is safe. Dixon still leading him away as we go into the start of the second sector of the lap.
Hearn just managing to keep ahead of Kingston there as they went through the chicane, managing to hold on to the inside line as it changed on them. But he's not letting Dixon get away, and Dixon already defending on that inside, closing off the apex as they come through that sharp left-hander. Daniel
trying to look around the outside, can't make it work. He's going to leave himself vulnerable to Kingston behind now. Kingston's now got to run alongside. Ben Holmes sadly dropping down the order. Ben Holmes being involved in an incident, and Daniel's now having to defend from 3rd. He's going to risk of losing his 3rd place. Outside line then will become the inside line if Kingston can keep it where it is. Oh no, sorry, it still is the outside line, should I say, and Kingston does yield and holds off an attack on Daniel Hearn, but Daniel Hearn is now vulnerable. Final turn up the inside, they're going to go on the braking zone. Daniel on the outside, Kingston on the inside, and I think Daniel's going to have to yield sadly for that 3rd place.
He is indeed. He got the car across those big curbs, unsettled it, and just didn't have the traction under him to defend from Kingston there, but he's going to stick in the draft. Try and make the move straight away to turn 1 by the looks of it.
He thinks about it, backs out of it at last minute, feels of Ingers. But Kingston goes very wide along with a smattering of other cars, using a lot of the runoff, and Daniel Hines going to have a look up the inside of turn 2. Keeps it on the curb, right inside line. Oh, and slides the rear. No traction control for these Porsches. So traction is very limited if you're not careful with your right foot.
Hearn having to very desperately defend there to keep Temash behind now, but he's in that zone in between two cars where you have to divide your attention between whoever's trying to chase you down and the guy you're trying to chase down ahead of you.
Yeah, indeed. Right, we'll have a quick check-in with... there was a car earlier dropping down the order, potentially car 50, which was someone... I think it was Ben Holmes, sorry, 500. That was potentially falling down the order. We'll see. We'll get a quick replay of that. It was, and indeed gets involved in a massive accident.
Yeah, but I think that was. I think he just missed his braking point a bit there.
Indeed,
he will feel as bad about that as anything. You could see him steering to avoid doing too much damage to the car in front there, sacrificing his own race to make sure that he didn't destroy anyone else's.
No, absolutely. Best lap for Miles Dixon, 133.625. Just comes across the line to set that new best lap so far. Daniel Hines not giving up.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a few pings for track limits on the outside of turn 1 there. The green, as far as I know, does count as part of the curb and is considered part of the track.
Yeah.
Off the green onto those red and white vertical stripes on the outside, not so much. I think it will probably have flashed up a bit there that they'll sacrifice one of their track limits warnings.
Car mentalist in chat, Aidan Carter, dropping by to see how things are going. Praying on Miles and Hines' downfall since I'm not here.
Well, they haven't downfallen yet. Not
yet. Sadly, Daniel Hine has just lost second place and is struggling to regain that position, but we'll stick with this little...
It's not that much of a benefit because Alex Kingston's the guy in fourth.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So they're all looking to close. All three of them looking to close up on you tonight. So
ooh, we've got a yellow flag. That is Daniel Tomlinson.
Oh, he's a long way off there. I wonder how he's managed that.
You know what? Let's
I'm sure there'll be a judicious replay.
No, of course there is. Oh, gets on throttle.
Yeah, he's lost it.
That was all him, sadly.
It's a lot of car, and once it loses grip, there's no stopping it.
What is it? Ooh.
What is he doing there?
I am not entirely sure. He has got a lot of space before another car comes along.
Yeah.
They will see yellow flags. The leader is coming up to this. So he's got to get out the way pretty sharpishly. He's still got about half a lap before he needs to move.
Very odd to see someone parked right on the apex of the corner like that. Still there.
He's not anymore. He has, I think, left the server.
Right.
I think. Yes, he has.
Good timing then. I wonder if it was just a bit of a connection issue. That would explain why he stopped there as well, to be honest.
Potentially, yeah. So, well, Miles Dixon now pulling a gap to Daniel Hearn, 0.3 of a second, and now, hate to say it, it's a bit of a Hearn train.
It is. Daniel's having to defend very hard. I think he pushed very hard on those early laps. He's got himself in the place where he's just having to defend constantly, and he's still upsetting the car over those curbs.
Having to defend his final turn.
Yeah, you can see it when he goes over those uphill curbs on that long left-hander.
Yeah.
The car is just bouncing underneath him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think it's terribly happy with the suspension geometry underneath there.
No, potentially not. But Daniel is going to have to... Oh, yeah, Kingston thinking about making the move, goes very wide.
Yeah.
And that's allowed Paulson, Sport driver, to make a move. Timotet up into third.
It's always the risk in a corner like that. It's like a 91-degree corner.
Yeah,
so
Oh, worth noting actually, I do apologise, Daniel Hearn has made a move back up into second, so he was down in third. But has made,
cleared Kingston back up into second place.
Absolutely, and Timotech now into that third position that Daniel once was in possession of.
Yeah, it's a Pulse 1-3. They will definitely want a 1-2.
It's a Pulse sandwich. Oh, that might not be much longer if Kingston gets a good run. No, can't quite get it. Let's just jump down the order for a moment. Moved by Simon Harrison, Chris Ferris, and that has been done and dusted. Chris Ferris now under attack from Paul Prescott in the other Lambo, keeping an eye on the P3 and P4 battle because that's heating up again. We might jump back to that in a moment. Oh, that's a lot of curve from Chris Ferris. Keeps the pointing in the right direction though.
It's that same curve. Clearly the racing line is over that curve, but these Cup cars not necessarily enjoying it very much. No. It does seem to upset them as they run over it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alexander Ortolano, 7th position, making up places. So it's a good result for him so far.
Yeah, looking to close down Cove. So you'd think that it's only a matter of time, really. It depends on how wide Cove makes that Lamborghini, trying to defend an overall position rather than a class one.
Yeah, because the next car, in terms of the Lambo race, Dave Wood is a good 4 seconds behind him.
Yeah.
No, maybe slightly less.
He's got Stevie Bain in between. At the moment, he's got Ortegren and Bain in between him and Wood. If he defends the overall position, he's keeping 2 cars in between him and the next Lamborghini in class. But if he wastes too much time defending the overall position, it's just going to bring Bain and Wood up onto the back of this fight.
Absolutely. So we'll see what happens with these guys. I'll stick with it. I just know that Kingston was in quite an attacking range of Timotech, 0.3, 0.2 seconds. I think they go through the final turn. It's going to stay status quo for another lap. Oh, hello.
That's
very wide.
Big wide from Cove. Gets it back onto the track.
Does indeed.
It drops a big chunk of time back to Bain and Wood there. And Wood is looking to make a move on Stevie into turn 1.
Ooh, ay. Let's have a look. Wood, but I don't think he can do anything about it. Not much luck, sadly, but he is going to keep going and hope for the best. Right, let's jump back up to the P4, P3 battle because...
Kingston is right underneath Dimesh's rear wing now.
They are matching times, though, to the 1,000th of the second.
Weirdly, they're doing it both using very different lines as well.
Yeah.
Timesh seems to like to favour a slightly wider entry and just power through the corner.
Yeah.
I think Kingston is using a bit of the slow in, fast out approach that seems to be dragging him up behind. Yeah, a lot of curb usage on the entrance from Timesh there.
Kingston will have a look at the inside of the final turn, thinks about it, and then back to right out of a shallow line.
Yeah, he's compromised his speed to try and get an attacking line into the final turn there, but not quite able to do it.
Sadly not.
Very much in the draft as they come down to turn 1. Thought about a move there, didn't pop out this time.
No, he didn't.
Tighter through turn 1 there, doesn't use as much that exit curb.
Backs out the move. Keeping him honest, and it's giving Timotech a lot of breathing space.
I think he's thinking ahead, thinking how the line keeps switching back from inside to outside. Oh,
massive moment for both cars.
From the pair of them. But Kingston alongside.
He's going to get the move done. Outside comes inside.
I think didn't quite clear Timesh there, but Hangs it round. Uses a lot of the exit curb.
And look at this. Scott Ticehurst getting in on the action.
Yeah. Looked ahead and said, I fancy a bit of that.
Yeah, battle for the final podium position has become a three-way.
We do like a freeway around here. In terms of racing battles, of course.
Thank you for the clarity.
So, yeah, Kingston sticking to the back of Timash like glue here.
Enjoying it. You see, he doesn't use as much curb that time. He manages. Oh, he's got to have a look up the inside. He's going to get alongside. He's going to have a run.
It needs to. Yeah, I think he's going to be there. Gets the power down. They're going to be alongside each other up into turn one.
Rubbing doors.
Bit of door bagging.
There's a little love tap. You can get away with that. Anything more, the stewards aren't going to be happy with it.
Right alongside each other. Yeah, within 5 thousandths as they cross the line there. But Kingston holds on to it and gets out into front. In front.
That's moved on for now. And
oh, big slide though.
Yeah, saves it though.
Yep, holds it together.
He's doing all right.
It's held it together. I wonder if that was a little bit of throttle usage to slide the rear, maybe make Timash back off and go, yeah, I don't want to risk getting into an accident.
Yeah, I do think so.
A little bit of gamesmanship, possibly.
Yeah.
Either that or he just put a little bit too much throttle on. Could be either.
Either. But Kingston isn't able to get away from Timatech as of yet. Dixon has again kind of just checked out with just over 6 minutes to go. And meanwhile, we do have a battle for the Lambos. This is a lovely class battle here, and there's a Porsche wanting to get in on the action as well. Up the inside, there's contact!
Oh,
that's Cheetle turning around a Lamborghini. And also there's an incident with Stephen Bain. He's gone wide on penultimate corner.
Yep, Stevie off into the grass there and having to play the recovery game, dropping from 8th place down to 12th by the looks of it.
Ferentino is not going to be happy with that. Let's get a quick replay.
No, it's
the battle was brewing for quite a while.
It's on the inside.
Car 22 of Harkonnen, who was fighting with there, and then yeah, the Porsche goes up the inside, and
I think that was a bit of if gap then car.
Yeah. So 77 has made a pit stop. It's got a drive-through for speeding in the pit lane. Daniel Tomlinson.
Oh dear. Well, Tomlinson was off at the side, wasn't he?
Oh, he's managed to rejoin.
He's rejoined, and I suspect he's lit it up a bit out of the pit lane.
Yes. I suspect so. Well, he's down in 25th. He does keep going. 6 laps down, sadly. He does keep going. Lovely little back end of the pack battle. Sven Fischer!
Oh!
Makes contact with Matthew Reynolds.
Did we curse that one?
I didn't curse. Maybe. Potentially. Let's get a replay of that. Because that was brewing for quite a while, that battle, by the looks of it. We'll jump back to when this battle started. As Sven Fischer looks like to get the run.
Yep, I think he's dragging the inside wheel a bit on the curbs. And then, just came tighter, and then
the other car had him snap oversteer and kind of snapped into him.
Just caught the rear corner.
Oh, that's horrible.
Understandably, I don't think Sven will be very happy about that, but looking at it from our eye, I'm not sure how much they could have done there.
No, exactly. Have a yellow flag for Darren Eaton, sadly. He's back off again. He's definitely struggling with that car.
Yeah, off in the sandpit. He's not been very happy with the Porsche, as Darren. I don't think it really suits his driving tastes.
So no, he's going very slowly. I wonder.
No, I wonder if he's damaged and he's trying to crawl it back.
do wonder, having some sort of issues with the game or his setup potentially. Is just trying to keep it out of the way. Oh, yeah, he rejoins.
No, he was waiting for a gap to rejoin, and he didn't want to sleep. Didn't want to come onto the track with all the traffic coming past.
No, that's fair enough. Just under 3 minutes to go of this first of two 20-minute races tonight. And if you've enjoyed this and you're going to do it all over again, qualifying 2 to follow, another 10 minutes from this race. Split of qualifying though, we will get the Lambos and the Porsches getting their own separate 5 minutes on track, so definitely a one-shot qualifying, and as you see Darren definitely slowing down there. Stopping go cleared for 77, so Tomlinson's been into the pits and is now leaving the pits again, and hasn't given himself another penalty. No,
it's not going to be his favourite race, I imagine. Drive through for track limits.
Car 8.
Car number 8.
Ferentino. That is one of the Lamborghinis. There's another Porsche off in the background. That's Daniel Tomlinson going off track after exiting the pit lane.
Expect just a bit pushy on the cold tyres coming out of the pits there.
Yeah, absolutely. And car 8 Ferentino indeed is serving his drive-through.
He's not going to be enjoying that very much. It's not the longest pit lane in the world, but it's not one you want to be in a 20-minute race.
No, exactly, and it's fantastic. Hans Sol 4, I hope I said that right, has given us a follow. Thank you very much, good sir, welcome. And hope you're enjoying the stream. Come and get involved. Discord.gg/oNiD Community Racing. I think will appear very shortly on the top right of your screen. Come and say hi, get involved, and pleasure to see you. And there it is. Right on cue. Oh, and another follow. Thank you, Charlie Chibbles. Same to you, my friend. Come and get involved. Come and say hi. It's a pleasure to have you. Leader is now officially on the last lap. Miles Dixon, 3.6 second gap from Daniel Hearn. So a very dominant performance. It's a battle for P8 and P9 though. Harris and Dave Wood battling away for P2 and P3 in Lambos. Ray Cove looks to be leading and potentially winning the battle for the Lambos.
It's a lap, better part of a lap to go, and these two cars are chasing him in a big way.
They are indeed. So Ray may have just to hold these guys off for a little while longer yet.
Where are they going to get the move done from?
Yeah, exactly.
If they're going to try on this lap there.
That's the thing I need to watch out for. I will keep an eye on that battle. 1 second is the gap between the P2 and the P1 Lambo. I'll say that the gap's closed right down. Drive through to attack limits. Car 7. Harris.
That's Harris.
Just happened as we jumped to him.
So he's not going to have time to clear that. So that's going to be what, a 30-second penalty.
30-second penalty. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So if Cove can stay ahead of Woods, he'll be absolutely fine. But what will happen is the Pulse Sim Sport car of Miles Dixon comes across the line. Congratulations, race win for him. Hearn second, and Kingston will come across the line for third. Congratulations to them. The other Pulse Sim Sport car, Yannick Timotech, takes fourth, Autogren fifth, Autotite sixth, and congratulations to a race for a class win for Ray Cove. And indeed, Simon Harris, not enough time to serve a drive-through penalty for track limits, gets a 30-second penalty, and will jump right down the order as soon as everyone has finished behind him. That's within 30 seconds.
Yep, so that will be Wood taking P2 in the Lamborghini class, consolidating his place at the top of the table, with Ferris bumped up to P3.
Darren Eaton off track again, sadly. And with the nature of these short races, I think the 30-second gap will pretty much drop Harris all the way down to potentially P18.
He's going to be a very long way back.
Yeah, absolutely. The game will update itself as soon as Ferentino comes across the line, and he's about to do so.
Yeah, these guys have been pushing hard on the track limits. Someone was going to come a cropper. Unfortunately, it has been Harris in this case.
He has dropped down to 18th.
Oof.
Oh, your final finishing order for that race is Dixon, Hearn, Kingston, Timotech, Ortoglen, Ticehurst. Cove, congratulations, race win for the Lambo class. Simon Harris inheriting second from that final 30-second penalty for Harris. Harris? Yeah, apologies. Harris, Dave Wood taking the second place from Harris, should I say. There'll be Chris Ferris, Stephen Bain, Paul Prescott, Ben Holmes, Harkonnen, Tutel, Redhead, Candia. Then it will be Montani, Harris now dropping down to 18th for the 30-second penalty. And then Busek, Reynolds, Smith, Vischer, Valentino, Eaton, and then sadly Tomlinson, who's had a bit of a torrid time tonight, 8 laps down, potential server issue that's booted him, but has rejoined to finish a race, which is all what we really like to see.
Yeah, and we do have I suspect that's a very irritated Simon Harris in the chat there. Owns extreme beef, no drive through on the last lap. Yeah, we saw, man.
We definitely didn't curse you. We definitely didn't jump to that battle as you got it. Absolutely not. Maybe.
Might have done.
Probably.
Yeah, very hard fighting all the way down the field throughout that race, and I think it's only going to get even more so for race 2.
We just wait for the server to change over, right? Just one driver to return back to the pit lane, and then the server then should sort itself out, and then get to qualifying for the second 20-minute race. But yeah. Oh, it is my fault then. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Absolutely our fault.
Oh, thank you.
Nothing to do with your judicious use of track limits at all.
Yeah, absolutely not. You know, you've got a steering wheel. Oh, that sounded so much worse than I thought it would. That was very sarky of me. I apologise. But yeah, that was a very fun race. Hearn, sticking around to the leader for a little while, but then the leader just eventually just checking out, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. It was Miles pushing very hard at the front there to make sure that he took the maximum points tonight. And you've got to think that he's going to be pushing hard for the race 2 pole as well, the split qualifying.
Yeah, and speaking of, we do have the second part of qualifying underway. It will be the Porsches out first, or is it the Lambos? No, it's the Lambos.
Lambo's out first.
Lambo's out first. So let's rejoin with live pictures of the session as we see Ben Holmes out on track. Who's ahead of him though? It is car something or other. Potentially Darren Eaton. No, Darren Eaton's in the bits. It is...
And in the Porsche.
In the Porsche, yeah. It's Dave Wood behind him, and possibly Paul Prescott is the first car that will be setting a lap time.
Yeah. Going out in that looks like a pearlescent paint job on that Lamborghini there.
It's somewhat blinding, I must admit.
As opposed to the pink pony and third on track there.
I thought it was Barbie.
In Dave Wood's hands. Could be either.
Could be either. Who knows? Extreme Beef saying Stevie was teasing me earlier, and then Stevie comes in the chat. Sorry, Beef. Bit of admin love there. It's all good.
By the time they get round, it's about 1 minute 33-ish lap.
They might, especially for these front running guys who got out a bit earlier. Car 2 disqualified by race control. I wonder if they went out. Yes, so that's a Porsche.
Penalty, yeah. So I think he was booted back to pits for going out too early there.
Naughty. And we will await to see these guys step their lap. So 8 minutes 13. They'll get these front running
2
guys will
laps.
get in.
Yeah, I'd say about 2 laps.
Yeah, I reckon 2 laps. It'll be the same for the Porsches as well, if they're maybe even 3. Wow. Just 2 laps. And then Porsche should be alright. Right, so
Excuse me.
Prescott, the first Lambo to set a lap, is still on a valid lap. Although Ben Holmes is setting a purple sector. I'm not sure if that's in relation to what he's currently doing on track.
We appear to have a yellow at the top there.
Do have a yellow. Is for Riccardo Montani.
Who is the car who got booted back to pits for going out in the wrong part of the session.
Yeah, he's just sitting in his car, basically.
Yeah.
He's not in his pit box, he's just sitting in his car. So it was, who was first on? It's Paul Prescott first set a lap.
Coming around that long, sweeping left-hander. He got to scrub so much speed off for that last turn onto the main straight. It looks like he lost a lot of time as well to the... Now who's that? Someone creeping out. Creeping up to me front of the queue in the Porsches there.
Oh, I don't think you're supposed to queue.
That's a little bit cheeky.
It is a little bit cheeky. He's not going to track, he's waiting, just queuing to prioritise getting a position. I think race control will boot him back to his pit box for doing so.
But Ben Holmes is setting the faster lap of the 2 Lamborghinis there. I think Prescott lost a lot of time in that last turn there.
Indeed, and car 2 was that Porsche again. Oh, that's a massive moment for Prescott. That is Prescott.
That was Prescott, and that'll be an invalidated lap.
So that's his qualifying pretty much over. He's not going to get back to the start-finish line in time to have another lap, sadly, I don't think. A lot of Lambos are still on laps. Sadly, quite a few of them have invalidated. So we're going to see cars here really out of position because they can't get the times right. And indeed, Ben Holmes, who we're just following, has then just invalidated his lap time by running wide.
He has done, but he was able to get his first lap in. So that should give him a spot.
He will, though.
It was a decentish lap as well. So
he'll be able to get another lap in, just.
It's going to be very tight.
6, 5. So Ben Holmes will start a new lap. So will Paul Prescott in time. Anyone else behind them, that's their qualifying over. 3 cars, 3 Lambos can now set lap times.
And the Porsches were coming out of their grid boxes as these Lambos made their way past. So it's going to be a big old queue of Porsches coming out of the pits to try and get their laps in.
Indeed it will be. I'm just trying to spot which Porsche is up in the first in the queue. Who's doing what? Come on, Porsches, where are you? Which Porsche's out first? I'm trying to figure that one out. I think it might be. Ugh. This is annoying.
It's a grey one, I can tell you that.
It's a grey one, I can definitely tell you that. It might be car 13 actually. No, that's a Lamborghini. I think it is actually this car here, car 77.
No, there's a Porsche in front of them there.
Who's that in front of me then? Car 6. Who's car 6?
That'd be Reynolds. No, currently showing his 19th place.
I stand corrected. Reynolds will be the first man to set a lap for the Porsches. He'll start his flying lap now. So that's all the Lambos in. All bar Cove. Cove can get a lap in. The previous race winner.
Oh dear. So that's Yeah, that's going to weigh heavily on his mind. He's going to be starting very much from the back of the grid there.
So, yeah, that's the only Lambo who couldn't set a lap, sadly. So he'll be starting way down the back of the grid. And same for these Porsche guys. They can't get a valid lap in, or they invalidate their lap and don't have something saved in the bank. Their lap is just absolutely done for. That's qualifying over. Let's see what they can do. Meanwhile, Reynolds, as I said, first Porsche set a lap, is setting a decent lap. It will put him up into the top 10, but isn't quick enough really at this point to challenge for the top positions as it stands, which is something, which that's saying something.
Oh, just a update to last race. Tomlinson's PC decided to die mid-corner, so that's where he lost those 8 laps in race 1. It does seem to have, looking at the picture he's posted in the Discord, it looks like it did actually reboot to the BIOS. So,
oh no.
So, to be honest, it's fantastic that he was able to get back in.
Oh dear, that's never a nice thing to see. Right, Reynolds crosses the line. We'll go P11th. Nowhere near anywhere. Behind all the Lambos currently. Dixon, though. Of course, Dixon has set the
raise up into P1 there.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to look out for Hearn. I say that.
Hearn in 8 tenths off.
6 tenths off.
So my repeat got slightly blurry there. So it's trying.
Oh bless you. No,
trying to make the best guess there. So that's a big gap for first lap in qualifying.
Massive, absolutely gigantic in terms of these cars.
And it's a lot of time that Hearn's going to have to find in his second lap.
Well, he's going on to his second lap and he's not finding the time. He's not improving. He's not lost any time yet. Dixon, though, is just ahead of him on a lap. Can't improve. He's about 0.2 down on his best lap. No one else setting the timing screens alight as it stands. Dan Hahn has found a little bit of time, 0.2 up now, but he's not got much of a lap to do anything else.
To find 4 plus, well, nearly 5 tenths realistically there, isn't it? It's just shy of a 7-tenth difference.
Yeah, but he won't have enough time to start another lap. Dixon has invalidated. He's shown his yellow flag, so he's gone off track somewhere, and that will be that. Oh, Daniel Hahn, massive moment on the curbs. That's it, sends it drifting and sends it spinning.
Oh, so close to saving that and making it an awesome drift. Couldn't quite hold it there. If he drifted the entirety of that last turn, he'd have been a hero. Not so much when he goes off into the gravel, though.
Kingston has improved to 4th. Just a little side note. Autoglone comes across the line, stays 5th. Dixon is still on a lap.
Did he manage to get across in time to start another lap?
He did. He hasn't been shown the checkered flag. He must have only just made it.
Yeah, Hearn won't be able to, surely. But he's showing us he's improved a 10th.
Who's that?
Hearn in 2nd. He's gone up from 6 tenths off to 6.9 to 5.9.
Oh, it was always 5.9.
Oh, that's wonders of a repeater screen.
Aha! Dixon now still trying to push on. That is technically purple. He is up on his time by a very small amount. His teammate gets right out of the way for him.
Hearn has definitely given up on the on another lap there because he's in the chat. So, totally meant to do that drift. Yeah, looked it.
Dixon dies to the pit lane.
Yeah.
Clearly
keeping the immersion so that he coming around and completing and coming into the pits rather than returning to garage.
Oh, bless them. Right, shall we do another cheeky rundown, because
Definitely.
that's all change in the order for some people, which is very, very interesting. Your starting grid for race 2, Miles Dixon on pole. Same as it was before, Daniel Hern in second. Ben Holmes, though, Lambo third overall. First in class, as 5 cars between him and the next Lambo contender. Kingston in 4th. Autogren 5th. Ticehurst 6th. Timotech in the other Pulse Simsport final, a bit further down than usual in 7th. Tomlinson 8th. P2 and P3 for the Lambos. Wood and Harris 9th and 10th. Chris Ferris P11. Vischer 12th. Busek 13th. Candia, I will say that right, in 14th. Stevie Bain in 15th with Josh Redhead over there in the Lambo in 16th. Cheetle 17th. Prescott 18th. Smith 19th. Riccardo Montani in 20th. Harkonnen 21st. Ferentino 22nd. Matthew Reynolds 23rd, Darren Eaton 24th, and sadly your previous class winner for the Lambos all the way down in Stone Cold last, Ray Cove.
Yep, Ray unable to get a lap in qualifying for race 2 and having to start right from the back.
Sadly so, shame for him, but a full race to see what he can do, to see if he can make up any positions, but being in the Lambo Slower Class Cup, well, technically these are all cup cars and they are all technically in the same class, but there is definitely a difference of performance between the two, with the Porsche being slightly faster than the Lambo. Technically. You see Ben Holmes pin it in third.
They start the short run down to the final corner and then just the straight to go before they get racing. It's a lot of people crowding around in the grid there.
There is indeed, and we will wait to see who can capitalise from this second 20-minute race. Aidan Carter out of action this weekend. Sorry, from this weekday race. And we go green. There's a car off in the background.
Yeah.
That was potentially
Lambo off in the background.
That was potentially Cove. But up the inside it goes. Ben Holmes on Daniel Hern. There's contact between the two leaders.
Oh no. That's that's going to be popular.
And even more contact in the background. We've got a car darting off to the side. 5
wide into turn 2.
That's not a good place to be, guys. And there's more contact between the two Porsches there. It's all kicking off. There's a massive incident in the background. Stephen Bain involved. Simon Harris, Darren Eaton involved. There's a lot of cars going off in what is turn 3. But most crucially, Daniel Hern leading away from Miles Dixon after what has been
just managed to recover very quickly there. But
absolutely.
Holmes down to 13th. That was with Wood now up to 4th. So that's Holmes has dropped a long way from leading the Lamborghini class from Wood. He's now a long way back from him.
Indeed. So we will just settle after that because Daniel Hern said leading away. Kingston, Timotech, Paul Prescott, Cove getting up to 9th in 1 lap.
Blimey egg.
From Stone Cold last.
Yeah, you can spot the guys who navigated their way through that chaos, can't you?
You can indeed, and Cove's completely capitalised. Cove completely capitalised, get it? Like it?
It's very nice alliteration there.
I know, I did a fancy thing. Daniel Hern comes across the line, point sticks a second to Dixon. Tomlinson.
Big smash in the background.
That's Matthew Reynolds with Stevie Bain.
That was face to face, 2 cars, 2 Porsches slamming into each other in the final turn. Stevie having to dive for the pits.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's get a quick cheeky replay? Question mark. Quite conscious there's a battle's happening left, right and centre as we go to a replay. Oh, he goes sideways and then slams the throttle on.
Doesn't hold the brakes.
Oh no, that's not going to go down well with the stewards.
No, It's the one thing that is said every week is if you are spun round, hold your brakes.
You saw, as we saw in the background, Bain goes straight into the pit lane.
It gets to the point there's not an excuse anymore.
No.
If you are told over and over that you should be holding the brakes, then you've got no excuse when the stewards come down on you like a ton of bricks for not doing it.
No, absolutely. Kingston and Timitech wanting to get round the second Lambo in class, P5 overall, but Timitech is also wanting to get past Kingston here as well, as Timitech has a massive moment on the curbs.
He has been taking a lot of that entrance curb into the long left-hander, and it doesn't seem to be benefiting him any, because as soon as he does, the car's unsettled. And then he tries to take the inside curb as well, which it doesn't like anymore.
Now, Chris Ferris yields position to Kingston, but stuck it into the slipstream. But then I think the straight line of the Porsche finally gives the position to Kingston and is now safe from attack for now.
Yeah, long string of cars. All hoping and praying that they make it through the next few corners. I think they're starting to find a bit of space around, but Hearn is not pulling away from Dixon the way that Dixon was from him, and you've got to wonder if Dixon still has that pace advantage.
Absolutely, yes. Mr. Walker, 2552, massive carnage indeed. As everyone now calms it down. Car 9 is stopped on track by looks of it. Oh no, it's in the pits, ignore me. Not stopped on track. I do apologise. Ray Cove though, looking to make a move up the inside. Another Lambo, there's contact between the two, and they're round, and they collect another Porsche. And another Lambo and a Porsche. And a Porsche, and a Lambo and a Porsche.
And doesn't hold his brakes.
Old Car 4's had a separate incident on his own after trying to rejoin. Sven Vischer into the sand pit. We do make our choices at good times, don't we?
Boy, this is going to be a busy evening in the stewards' room, isn't it?
They're going to keep things.
They do like having something to do on a Tuesday night.
Of course they do. Who doesn't? Miles Dixon still under the rear wing of Hearn now. 0.2 of a second is now the gap, and they're catching Stephen Bay. Stephen Bay's going to get lapped at this rate on a 20-minute race. That's how chaotic things have been. Yeah,
he did have to join. Stevie did have to dive into the pits to, I assume, get damage repaired. So now having to look at the leaders in his rearview mirror, which does, if anything else, giving him a very unique view on this battle as Dixon is looking all over the place, sticking to the back of Hearn like glue.
Indeed, sorry to jump away from that because we do have a separate battle in the midfield. Lambo is trying to take Porsches and Porsche is trying to take over Porsches. As Darren Eaton makes a move around the outside, I think. We're following Riccardo Montani. I think he's got damage. Car 3.
Yeah, that car's not looking healthy.
Has been involved in an incident.
Car 2 is Montani, so car 3 is Smith up in 12.
Oh, that's car 3.
Yeah.
He was involved. Oh, that's from the previous.
Oh, yeah.
That's from the previous. So sorry, apologies. We're doing wrong car. Car 2, wasn't it? But it's the car of Riccardo Montani.
Yeah, that's where.
Another incident that we missed. Let's see what's happened to Montani then. A separate incident entirely, by the looks of it, as we follow. Oh, saying it's car 525. Why is it showing 525? Oh, because there's another incident that bogged down car 2. There we go. In the replay scheduler, and I think it was just that.
It was just compression.
Wasn't it? Compression, yeah, of course. Yeah, I've got in there.
Yeah, you know, I was just thinking we haven't had any really big incidents in this series so far.
Stop jinxing it.
That was, I didn't even have to say it.
No, you didn't. You didn't have to say anything. It's doing it for you. Autogren on the back of Busek now. Porsche versus Lamborghini, so it should be a relatively quick and easy move, he says.
I don't know, even when you get underneath the back of the Lamborghini's wing, there's not many places you can put a pass on. It seems to be people taking tighter lines through those corners, where the traditional racing line is to use as much of the road as possible. If you can get a tighter line, get the traction down a bit quicker, you can get alongside someone into the next turn and then try and put the move on.
Well, Porsche struggling to get past, and technically the Lamborghini is the slower car. Same class, but in performance-wise is technically the slower car. But it's contact up ahead of them!
Oh, that was Timesh.
Timetech and Chris Ferris coming together.
So that's P2 in the Lamborghinis.
Oh, let's get a replay of that, shall we? Oh, this is all spurring from a moment that Timetech had going out onto the penultimate corner.
Ran wide.
Lando has the run in the inside. Or doesn't have the run there.
Backs out of it, but
Timetech had a massive
I think
slide.
it's got a little bit of a slide on the end, and just enough to unsettle the car into each other.
Yeah, and that was that. So Timetech will soldier on as he makes contact with Lambo ahead of him. This is now live photos. This is Martin Busek ahead of him. So this is...
There's going to be a lot of popular people in the chat after the race, isn't there? It's a good thing we have a no incident talk rule at oNiD.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Yellow flag though for Candia.
De Candia off in the gravel. I think they might have just got themselves a bit wide there.
Well, let's find out. Indeed they did. Slidey.
Unsettled the car over the curbs there and bogs down in the gravel, and then waiting very patiently to find a slot to come back onto the track.
Apologies to interrupt you. Leaders side by side. Dick's on the outside of turn 1. Daniel defending.
And sticking that inside line early. Big slide for Dixon through the first turn there.
Miles will have to find another opportunity to try and make a move, but that's the first time he's managed to get alongside Hearn. 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, can Hearn soak up this pressure for 10 minutes? We know he's good. We know he likes the Porsche as well. But it's a lot of time to soak up pressure from Miles Dixon right behind you.
Oh, absolutely. Josh Redhead, sadly, is in the pits. He's been in there for quite a long time, sadly. De Candia as well, from there off, is in the pit lane. So no enforced pit stops if you need to pit. It's only because either you have damage or you short fueled yourself. There's the yellow flag though. Yeah. Matt Smith showing us a yellow flag as we try and jump to him. He's facing the wrong way.
Around there, waiting. Spins it around a long way off the racing line. Make sure that he gets back going safely. Drops a long way down, but it's one of those things. It's better to wait and rejoin safely than
let's see what happens. It's been followed by a Porsche, and I have a feeling this might be a little tap.
Yeah, little tap on the right rib. Oof,
another
and gets a secondary hit. Not much the yellow Porsche could have done there. The Lamborghini was right across his face. Defending the inside again. He's looking very composed in that Porsche, but the pace from Dixon has got to be intimidating there.
Rusty is defending the line well. Dixon really trying to get ahead.
Comes across the nose, gives just enough space so that he doesn't tap. Well, that's a big lunge from Dixon into the right-hander there.
Might have just unsettled Hearn a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And Hearn's still going to be on the inside though. Keeps it ahead for now.
So he gets the traction down, but he's on the outside and on the curb, and it's not going to ride as well as that gold Porsche. Daniel claims the apex on the next turn and keeps Dixon behind by the skin of his teeth.
That's good, clean, fair racing between these two guys. Dixon's have another look at the inside, tries to poke his nose, always makes contact with Hearn. Oh, this battle's heating up. Soaking up pressure like a sponge is Daniel.
Sorry if I went quiet for a second. Someone shouted outside our front door, which is a
Oh, interesting.
moment of worry. The wonders of living in central Liverpool. Everyone. I'm not even sure what that was.
I don't know what that was. That was a lot of phlegm. That's what that was. As Dixon has to hold second for now. Can't do anything about it. Battle is brewing. Battle's brewing though for P3 and P4. Best of the rest.
Heard managing to pull about just under half a second's breathing space there. So it's a massive yawning chasm in which you can relax.
Yeah. For now, anyway. P3 and 4. Bumper to bumper.
Very much attacking Tomlinson there.
Kingston wants that P3 from him and wants to claim the best of the rest because Dixon and Hearn have kind of checked out a little bit. And Dixon, I can see up ahead of this battle for P3 and 4 is pushing again.
Yeah. 3.5 minutes Hearn has soaked this up for. And I don't think it's going to let up anytime soon.
No, it's not. So Hearn still pushing on. And he's trying to make a move as Dixon, but Hearn's
I think Hearn's learnt his lesson from the first race. He's keeping clear of those bumps on the inside of the curb there.
Yeah, I think it's working for him. Don't think
that looked like a little touch of oversteer from Dixon at the last corner.
Potentially. Yellow flag for Stevie Bain back further down the order. In the background, though, P3 and P4 are pretty much alongside. They are alongside.
It's going to be advantage Kingston into the turn. But it's going to be, can he turn through and get the traction out? Yes, it's very much so. Tomlinson trying to carry a bit too much speed to the outside and having to run wide and concede that third place.
It's already 5 minutes to go. Hearn, Dixon, Kingston, Tomlinson, your top 4. Wood 5th, but leader of the Lamborghini class there, 5th place overall. Autogren 6th, Tirochet 7th, Busek and Holmes 8th and 9th, P2 and P3 respectively for the Lambo class, and recovering Ray Cove finishes your top 10.
That's a very good recovery from Cove. It's 25th he started this race. 15 places he's moved up the pack, and he's I think he's going to struggle to get past Holmes. He's a few seconds off the back of him, but still a great recovery drive for him after that race 1 win.
Absolutely right. Dixon and Hearn still going at it. Miles on the curves a little bit. That's when he's going to lose out there.
Yep.
Is Daniel going to get it on the brakes okay into the turn? He does.
Oh. Autogren gets him past Wood.
Car 5. Who's car 5?
It is...
Oh, that's
I'm not sure.
Candia down in 24th. Got a drive through for track limit, sadly.
Oh, yeah. Which will feel horrible, but it's not really going to do an awful lot to affect their race. Even with that drive through, they're still going to be ahead of Redhead, who's been in the pits for 9 laps.
So not a total loss, but maybe just a bit of annoyance for them, really. As Dixon still trying to charge down.
Still fighting tooth and nail to try and find his way past Hearn.
Can't do anything about it yet.
Wood has dropped from P5 to P6, so that's been Autogren past.
Yeah, indeed. So that's Autogren up into P5 overall. Valuable points for him. Hearn is a little bit wide on the corner, gives Dixon a reason to have a close up, but doesn't do anything about it, and not close enough to do anything about it. This battle is now really starting to heat up in the dying moments of this race.
7 minutes. They've been tooth and nail at each other.
Indeed, that was a
longer.
In
fact, I think even before the half of the race had cleared, they were fighting nose to tail.
Oh, exactly. There's a lot of curb on that right-hander for Dixon. So I wonder if that's giving him a potential track limit warning. They are not going to go side by side into turn 1 unless Dixon pulls out and makes a very late braking move, but into this turn it's Yeah, a bit of a suicide mission if you try to do so.
Dixon taking the same line there that Timash has been taking in the previous part of the race, but it does seem to unsettle the Porsche.
Yeah.
It might allow them to carry more speed on corner entrance, but it's a big thump and bump on the underside of the car.
It is indeed. So keeps it going. Paul Prescott and Simon Harris, and there's a massive slide from Miles Dixon. He saves it.
Saves it, but loses half a car. He only loses half a car length to Hearn, and seems to have recovered it almost immediately.
Absolutely. Car 5 still needs to serve their drive-through. The Candia down in 24th has one more lap to serve a drive-through, or gets a stop-go 30, I believe.
Yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be stop-go 30, and if they don't serve that within 3 laps, I think it'll be 30 seconds to the race time.
That's Darren Eaton in Sandpit on the final turn.
Yep, gets it going again. He's not. He's very much not fond. Yeah, he's very much not fond of this Porsche. And I think he'd be quite happy for it to be in the barrier in pieces.
Oh, absolutely. Now look at this.
The final lap.
Final lap. But Dixon's got to run. Daniel's going to have to defend.
Daniel on the inside, which you can't get past on the outside on this part of the track.
No, and Dixon goes very wide.
Has to run very, very wide.
Oh,
and comes out ahead.
But then goes very wide again. Can't get the traction.
Yeah.
Daniel holds.
Probably for the best. I suspect that would have been a rather contentious pass. But you've got to wonder: has Miles shot his load now? Is that the final shot? Has he burnt all his powder trying to get past there?
We'll see. He's still sticking with Hearn. Hearn will go down. Disqualified for track limits. It's car number 5, and there's going to be a lunge around the outside from Dixon. We'll stick with this battle until the end of the race, because this is officially the last lap. Clock will hit 0.
Where is Miles going to... Miles has to be trying to make a move, but where can he get it done? And he's lost a little bit of time there.
He has indeed.
Using every inch of the track, sliding it through into the long left-hander.
He's going to have to dive the last turn, or try and get a good run out of last turn to try and get alongside.
And defends the inside, comes across Eaton on the outside there.
This is going to be close. He's going to be at the line. Who's going to get it? Hearn or Dixon? Who's it going to be? It's
Hearn by 8/800ths of a second.
Oh,
what a race from these two!
Oh my God!
If they chose some celebratory donuts now, I don't think anyone would fault them.
What a race!
Kingston across in third.
I'm lost for words. That was insane, David. Oh, that's a massive shot at the end. That's a car upside down. That's not going to go down well.
That was Wood in the Pony Express, in the Unicorn Express, getting turned upside down there.
Oh, you got a figure wagging from that. Obviously, not supposed to be doing that with the cars. I'm so sorry, guys. Dave Wood comes across the line in 6th for the win of the Lamborghinis. I was so caught up in that lead battle and trying to look elsewhere without having an absolute panic attack with that close finish. That was insane. Wood, congratulations, 6th place. Lead car in Lambos, Busek and Holmes 2nd and 3rd respectively in Lamborghinis. Dixon, Hearn, Dixon, Kingston, Tomlinson, top 4 for the Porsches. Oh boy. What a way to finish the night.
That was a bit of a race, wasn't it?
That was insane. Dear freaking God. Can we breathe now?
I can't. I just half choked on my vape. Good grief. That was intense right down to the very finish there.
Yeah. That was insane. I'm lost of words. That was a fantastic battle right until the end. .083 was the deciding gap between Hearn and Dixon.
0.08 of a second, literally nose to tail across the line there.
Commiserations for Dixon, but congratulations Daniel Hearn for that race win.
That was pressure from what, 15 minutes in?
Yeah,
left to go. Hearn was absorbing pressure from Miles. What a race from the two of them! Absolutely outstanding stuff at the front of the pack there.
Well, on that note, we're gonna end the stream now. I am exhausted after that. It's only 2 20-minute races. I
know. 2 20-minute races, and I'm absolutely bleeding knackered watching them.
Guys, it's been a pleasure to bring you tonight's race. This is Aidan going to be signing off from the stream, but yeah. Did you like that? Did we like that, Daniel? Did we like that? Same time, same place next week for what will be, I'm sure, action-filled 4th round of the Cup Sprint Championship. We will be at, as I quickly flick through,
Donington.
Oh, hello.
Donington, your stomping grounds, Aidan.
My stomping ground, indeed it is. That's got me very excited now. Same time, same place.
There's a lot of Donington next week.
I know. Same time, same place next week. Come and say hi, come and get involved. Thank you for the 2 follows that we've had this evening. It's much appreciated. And if you want to get involved, you've seen the link at the top right of the screens. Just go back through stream and have a look. To put in your web browser, discord.gg/oNiD Community Racing. That'll take us to your Discord. Join, come and say hi, come and pester us, come and get involved in these leagues. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Ben, yet again, it's been a pleasure. Any last words at all?
Amazing nights racing. Can't wait to see what these guys can do around Donington, because we do know that GT cars like racing Donington. Indeed they do. Guys, take care until then. Night night.